Welcome to a little tea time.
Y'all ready?
Welcome to a little tea time.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to a little tea time.
Who listening?
Welcome to a little tea time.
Alright.
Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little tea time. Welcome to a little tea time.
All right, so good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to A Little Tea Time. I am your host, Jarek the Gifted One Thomas, aka Jarius D, your favorite published author. And it is time for A Little Tea Time. It is Thursday, and I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to the show tonight. As always, I have to give a plug to Gino's Thema Tea. So Gino's Thema, if y'all get to see this, I have to shout y'all out Gino's Thema Tea for the tea that I drank during my show. And announcements. This Friday, I will be interviewing Latoya Antoinette, who's going to be sponsoring our event at the Hive this weekend for the pre-Black Friday pop-up shop. I also want to give a plug to my next show on Oini Dynasty, which is going to be November the 30th. So November the 20th is the pre-Black Friday pop-up shop at the Hive. November the 30th is my show in Oini Dynasty. So call into the show 516-453-9133 and press 1 for some tea time with me, Jarek the Gifted One Thomas, on Oini Dynasty, November the 30th. So tonight is another show that I am very, very grateful and very glad to be sharing with y'all tonight. I have the honor of interviewing two very good friends of mine that I've made over the last 2 years, to Miss M.L. Dumars and to Miss Debra Roberson. I know that they were supposed to be coming on tonight, so I'm going to make sure if they are watching. Hey, Debra. Hey, M.L., if y'all are watching, I'm ready to get y'all on. So are y'all out there viewing the show tonight? If you can just give me a signal that y'all are watching. I know I was running a little behind tonight. Had some things going on, but all caught up. Now I'm here with you guys. Definitely was looking forward to doing the show tonight with you guys. So ML and Debra, if y'all are out there and y'all are ready, give me a signal, give me a heads up, let me know that y'all are out there. And I'm going to try and get you in if y'all are ready. So until I can get some feedback from them, I'm just going to carry on. It's been a great day today. It's been a busy day today. Got a lot of things done. I'm tired, but never too tired to do a little tea time. I see I have 2 viewers right now. I want to shout out my viewers because I love my viewers. I love the people around the world who gets to see this. Can you see us? Yes, I can see your post is coming up. I'm going to see if I can add y'all to the actual post. Okay, I can see y'all. Debra, I can see y'all. I'm trying to hit like on your comment because I do see y'all. How are y'all viewing the show? Are y'all doing this from y'all laptops or from your phone? Because it's been a lot of my guests been complaining that they have not been able to come on the show through their cell phones. So I don't know how y'all are watching right now. I have to shout out to Sonia Green for watching. Thank you for Miss Sonia Green. Thank you for watching tonight. So I'm just trying to see how they are trying to come on the screen. I'm trying to add y'all on. You see our video. We are on our laptop. Okay. Okay, I'm going to continue to try and add y'all. Okay. Yes, I see. Okay. Okay. Deb, it's not letting me add y'all for some reason that I'm not sure of. But I'm going to keep working on my end until I can find a way to get y'all in. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure, Deb, why it's not letting me add y'all on my end. Yeah. Yeah, Deb, it's not letting me add y'all on my end. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on. But as I stated, I have had a lot of my guests, they've complained about not being able to do the show from their laptops. So I'm not sure what the situation is, but I definitely see that it's not letting me add y'all onto the post right now. So I'm not sure. If y'all have y'all cell phones and y'all can go live from your phones, I know it's been successful for people who can go live from their cell phones, but from their laptops, a lot of my guests have been having a lot of problems going live from their laptops. So we're gonna keep working till we can try and get you on. But I definitely know that a lot of my guests have been complaining about doing the show from their laptops. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. So I'm definitely working to try and get you on. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness. I wish we could have had more time to get things prepared, but today has been such a busy day. It's been such a busy day. So I got to shout out to all of my viewers. I definitely have to shout out to my viewers who are getting the chance to watch the show tonight. I definitely want to thank y'all again for tuning in, for taking out your time. To Mr. Ryan Coleman, I see you, King Brother. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to you and your beautiful wife, Miss Angela Coleman. Thank y'all for watching the show this evening. So again, I just gotta mention the pop-up shop, November the 20th at the Hive. We definitely love to see some of my royal readers and some of my tea timers who get to view these shows. If you have my books with my brand, with Jarius Dion brand, I would definitely love to have y'all out at the Hive, 820 Barksdale Highway. Shreveport Barksdale Highway in the Shreve City area. I definitely would love to have some of my tea timers in the place. I would definitely love to have some of my royal readers in the place. And definitely would love y'all to come out, shop with us, have some fun with us, and just take out your time if you're available and able to come out to 820 Shreveport Barksdale Highway to the Hive for the pre-Black Friday pop-up shop. I'm still know my guests are still working to come on camera. In the meantime, so today has been a very busy day, as I mentioned today. Again, it's been a very busy day. I'm very tired, but never too tired for my show, never too tired for my guests, and I'm looking forward to interviewing with them when we're able to get them on. I know that they're probably trying to change their devices where we can get them on camera. So I am not giving up on my guests. I'm not giving up on you guys. I'm definitely working to get you guys in on my end. Okay. Okay, I'm adding you, ML. I'm ready to come on. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing going. Okay, I see y'all are on. You bring it down, bring the camera down.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I added ML Dumars. I got her on. So she's on. How's it going this evening, darling? I know y'all trying to get everything prepped out on y'all end, but how's it going?
Good. Which one did I use? That one? The one that's working? This is Dumars.
So happy to get y'all on this evening. So happy to get y'all on. Forgive us, you guys. We're still working on our technical difficulties, but we are definitely going to be here with you guys until the end. We're not going anywhere. So just kind of local with us. Just kind of hang on in there with us, you guys.
So why is it hooked up? What do you see, Jared?
I see Deb. I can definitely see Deb.
Okay. So if I turn it this way, then you see me.
I can
We're
see
trying
you.
to figure out which apparatus is working. Okay. So we'll turn that off and do the phone. Just close it up. All right. I think we got it now. The cell phone worked. You gotta sit closer. Sit up to the desk. I mean. Will that work?
That's good. That's good.
Just makes you look sideways because the camera's right there. Just use something to prop the camera. Okay, I think this is the best you're gonna get for a little while.
It's perfect. It's perfect. That's great. Y'all are both on screen, so that's really good.
Okay. You know how to take the comments off the screen? I know you swipe it some kind of way, but
Yeah, I just swiped it out.
okay, well we don't need to see ourselves. That's okay.
So good evening, good evening, good evening. How are y'all today?
We're great. We're a little thirsty for a little tea time.
Thank y'all so much for coming to do the show tonight, for you taking out your time. I know I was really busy today, so I knew we weren't able to start at the time that we planned. But now that we're here, thank y'all so much just for bearing with me today, and just for your time and your energy for the show tonight. So first, I have to welcome Miss M.L. Dumars and Miss Debra Roberson to my show. Roberson, I want to pronounce it right.
Roberson.
Roberson, okay. So I have to welcome you both to the show. I met Miss M.L. Dumars at my first event for 2020 with the Shreveport Writers Club, and she was actually at that actual event where I was sick. And I got to tell people about my work. And when the event was over, she purchased my books, and we just kind of developed a friendship from there over the years. And into 2021, I met her partner, Miss Debra. And we've all been kind of working together with each other throughout the Shreveport Writers Club. And I've been having the opportunity to be on some events with them, working with them side by side, and I wanted to definitely have both of these great authors on my show tonight to talk about their works. So if y'all are ready to let people know who y'all are and talk about your works, the floor is definitely yours.
Well, thank you for inviting us on the show again. Each of us have been on your show separately, and now we get the opportunity to be together on the show, which is great because we love talking to you anyway. But we are DRMD Designs is the name of our company, and we are both authors. Debra is also a photographer and graphic designer. So we have self-published our books under the name of DRMD Designs. I have written a novel, and it's under M.L. Dumars. It's called Any Given Tuesday. I have a show and tell. I don't know if you can see it, but a show and tell. That's the cover.
Yes.
And Debra, you want to tell them what you've written?
Definitely. Like she said, with DRMD Designs, which means that you could go to the website, www.drmddesigns.com. I've written actually 2 books, and in the process of editing 2 more books that I've written. One of the books is called Cane River Chronicles, and since we're doing show and tell, this is actually the hardcover of it, and you can get our books at from us directly. If you go to drmddesigns.com, they have a way to get in touch with us, and you can also get it on Barnes and Noble and Amazon. And the other book, which I didn't bring in with me, is called Flowers of the Architects. And if you go to DRMD Designs, you can sign up to my Instagram. I post a picture of the week. So if you're into, just checking out my artwork, it's there on the website. And also, like I said, I try to do a different picture every week. So the Flowers of the Architects is just like it says. It's basically flowers that I've taken from around Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. Just things that kind of capture my eye. And I like to share them with, my audience. And the 2 books that I have coming up, one of them is my memoirs, and it's called By Faith. And that should be pretty soon. I'm guessing within the next month and a half, I should have it up and ready for you guys to purchase. And then the second one is called Listen and You Will Hear. It's a book of short stories and poetry.
I like that.
Great. And I have coming up a sci-fi love story. I'm not just a queer writer, but I am a queer writer. So the second novel will be a sci-fi full-length novel with a little bit of mystery mixed in. And I'm working on a book of poetry, which should be out soon. And I'm collaborating with another local artist, Whitney Tates of Wet Paints, to do a children's book, in which she and I will write and illustrate. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's fantastic. Very fantastic. So can y'all let the people at home know about the just a synopsis on the works that y'all put out so far?
Well, Any Given Tuesday is about a young woman who loses her memory and finds herself downtown Shreveport. And she gets taken in by a local waitress who sees her. She's homeless, and the lady sees her in disarray and crying, and she takes her in, tries to help her get medical care, and the community kind of accepts her and brings her into the fold. And then she disappears. And when she disappears, detectives come looking for her as a person of interest in a crime. So the novel talks about some of the conditions of being homeless, mental health and trying to get help, and just difficulties that you come across in those situations. So,
And Cane River Chronicles, really, I'm gonna tell you how it came about, and then I'm gonna tell you what it is about. It came about because my nieces asked us, Mary and I, a question, and the question was, is it true that Black people used to be slaves? And it kind of shocked me because they were like 10 years old, 10 and 11. And I said, yes, it's true. And it dawned on me that they're no longer teaching that in school. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure some of the viewers remember the time when they used to show Roots every year. I mean, it would come on TV, and that's no longer happening now. So what I want to do is preserve our history for future generations. So Cane River Chronicles is about my parents, which were both born on a plantation. And Mary and I are first generation not to be born on a plantation. And my grandparents, and my parents used to pass down stories. They would share stories, with us about what it was like being enslaved, what it was like being sharecropper. My grandparents remember being enslaved. So what I decided to do was take those stories, and I took my camera and I went down Natchitoches area. If you travel 7 miles south of Natchitoches, is a town called, on Highway 1, there's a town called Natchez. And most people think Natchez, Mississippi. No, it's Natchez, Louisiana. And you kind of follow the bend of the river. You'll go to Bermuda, Melrose, Iberville. So, there's a whole bunch of plantations that were down in that area. So I took pictures of plantations that are still, standing, pictures of the surrounding areas of the plantation, especially Melrose. Most people heard of Melrose Plantation. They pretty much upkept the buildings. That's where Clementine Hunter was born, and she developed her artwork there and became famous. So I just took pictures of places where, Black people back then would go. And one of them is a church. So pretty much, depending on if you were Protestant or Catholic, you had a choice of just two churches to go to. If you were Protestant, you went to St. Matthew Baptist Church. And that church also, for a while, was a one-room schoolhouse. And that's where people, learned, their lessons. And they finally got a grant, and the state built a school that was from first grade to 12th grade. So it's on the National Registry, of Historic Places. So if you were Catholic, you went to St. Augustine, which is in Iberville. So those are your two choices. And so I wanted to capture all of that, history in the Cane River Chronicles. The actual name of the book is Cane River Chronicles, Surviving on the Prayers of Our Ancestors. Because truly, I feel that we're here today and we can do the things we do because our ancestors paved the way for us to get here. I mean, they were the ones that were marching. They were the ones that were, voicing their desire to be free. So I think we owe it to them to preserve that history. And then the other book I mentioned, the Flowers of the Architects. I kind of explained that before. It's just, me, things would, capture my eyes. Sometimes they were flowers. Sometimes they were like I kind of picture of a moth, and it's a beautiful moth. But in this book it's just flowers that I've captured around Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas, and I've gone as far as Houston, Texas, capturing flowers. So those are the two that are out, and then the one that I mentioned that's called By Faith. That is my memoirs. It basically starts with my very first memory as a child. I was actually 3 years old. I'm going to share this, and I hope this piques your interest to actually buy the book. I was 3 years old, and my parents had made a padding on the floor. Those who don't know what that is basically they just put a blanket down and put me as a 3-year-old on the blanket. And I was in my parents' room in Houston, and I just remember hearing a lot of moaning and screaming and crying, and I didn't know what was going on at the time, but I just remember that emotion. It was very high emotion in the house. Well, I was born in 1965. So if I was age 3, that'd make it 1968. And I put together that it was during the time that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was shot. So I remember that. That was my very first memory. And, we were devastated as a people because we had lost our leader. We had lost, someone who spoke for us and so eloquently. So that's all I'm going to share. I mean, I talk about a lot. I mean, I've done a lot. I've been a lot of places, and I hope you look for the book, By Faith. And then that Listen and You Will Hear book, that is my poetry and short stories. That'll probably come out around the same time. So
we're keeping busy.
Yes, I definitely see that. So I was with y'all at Charles' event out at Walter B. Jacobs Park. And I told people that I was working as y'all's assistant. And for every time that I heard y'all share these stories about y'all's work it lifted me up. And it made me so proud to be in y'all's presence that day, because y'all are educated Black people who know where you come from. You know your story so well that it just made me look at me closer, and it made me examine me and say, how can I work just as hard as y'all have worked? And it made me so proud. It made me so proud that not just the fact that y'all are Black women, but also that y'all are queer, just like me. And I told my mom about it, and my mom was like, these are the type of people that you should be learning from. These are the type of people that you should be around. And I don't take it lightly that I met y'all. I do not. And I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to learn from y'all. The fact that y'all can teach me about our culture and our history back from the times of our roots, our families coming from those plantations. I've never heard these stories within my own family. So to hear these stories from y'all, it's like it's tying strings of my life together that I don't necessarily get it from my end, but to hear it from someone else, it still ties the strings of my life together, because it lets me know, okay, there's someone who understands where we come from. They understand what our families have been going through. They understand the value of just us going to get a college education from our families being trapped as slaves on a plantation. So it was things like that that I took from y'all. I gathered strength from that. I gathered energy from that. And I can't thank y'all enough for what y'all do.
We thank you.
Thank y'all.
Well, can I share this with you, Jared?
Yes.
I'll never forget when I first met you. And you had your sign up, with your picture, and then you were talking about your books and about self-publishing. And I looked at you and I said, look at this guy. He's out there and he's doing it. He's putting these books out, and he's focused on his mission. And I just was in awe of you, because we have too many Black men that are about things that they don't need to be about. They out there in the streets and they run the women, they doing drugs, and they're doing, whatever else they can do. And it's so good when you can have a positive, Black person that, has a mission and is out there, because I know now, having, written books, it's hard to sell books. I mean, you're out there, you hitting the pavement. You are hustling to get these books out and into the hands of the people. So, I looked at you and you inspired me you and Mary inspired me to write my stories. So I just want to say thank you for being the first one and for coming back and teaching us, that we can do it too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what tea time is about.
That's right. That's right.
Laying it down.
Yeah.
But yes,
good.
You have no idea how inspiring you are.
Yes. Yes.
And keep doing you.
Yes.
Keep doing
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you so much, because we're friends, and so I talk to y'all a lot, just like I talk to my other friends. So y'all know me. Y'all know my journey. Y'all know my story. And I'm trying to stay on the ground. All I know to do is to stay humble and to work.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
I want to be able to show my family that it doesn't matter where you come from. It does not matter what people have said about you. It does not matter about your circumstances. It does not matter about whatever it is that you're going through. As long as you have something to wake up to every morning to inspire you, to keep you grinding, to keep you focused, to keep you hungry,
Right.
you can do whatever you set your mind to. And
Yeah.
I didn't realize like what I'm doing is helping other people. I just wanted to
Yeah.
share my story. And then from there, it went from me teaching other people how to tell their story.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm in a point where I'm interviewing people about their stories. So I do not take any of this light. And what y'all just said just hit for me because I'm really, really humble by it because I don't get this all the time. So when I get it, I have to take it all in.
That's right.
And
That's right.
I don't take it for granted. I do not take the people that I meet in my life for granted because we don't know who's paying attention. We don't know who's listening. We don't know who's learning. And we have to be beacons of light to people in darkness. We have to be beacons of light to people in darkness. And that's been my mission. And I know I'm not the perfect person because y'all, by far, I am not perfect. I'm a complicated person.
There was one who was perfect who came for us. He came to stand in our stead. And I just wanna say this to anyone who hears this. Don't let anything or anyone deter you from getting to know Christ. Is it Romans 8:28 that says nothing can separate? Nothing. The Bible says nothing can separate you from the love of God. Nothing.
Which means he loves you, even though you may not know him, or even though you may figure that, God has nothing to do with me. He loves you regardless. It's unconditional love. Agape love.
Yes.
That's the love that's unconditional.
So if you're out there thinking that you can't love God and be gay, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says nothing can separate you from the love of God.
And if you're wondering, okay, so where do I go? What church is going to accept me? There are churches that accept you just the way you are. And the one that we go to is St. Luke's United Methodist Church.
And we're not Methodist, but that's where we're being spiritually fed.
Yeah, it's on Uri Drive. Most people call it the Pumpkin Patch Church. But it's opening. It's an open church. Grace United Methodist Church that's over on Ellaby. That's open. So there are churches that are open for you. Don't let nobody put you in a corner and say, oh,
God doesn't love you.
Yes.
It's not true.
It's definitely not true. I'm Christian. I'm a minister, and I'm gay. And
then she had the nerve to be black. So I'm just saying.
Well, that's not the nerve. That's the beauty.
That's the beauty.
That's the beauty of it.
Yes.
So yes. So I just speak from my heart. That the book By Faith it's actually based on We Come This Far by Faith. If you remember that song, faith. I spelled that out a long time ago. God gave me this acronym. So it's S period, A period, I period, T period, H period. That's how the book is actually written. By faith, fully accepting and infinitely trusting His word. That's what it stands for. So when I tell you, I done been in some corners, I done been in some shady places, I done some shady things, and I have traveled the world, and God has protected me through all of this, and yet He still loves me. Come on now.
Yeah.
He loves you. There's nothing He said nothing should separate you from the love of God. There's nothing. And when he says how much he loves you, as far as the east is from the west. And that's the
Yes.
beauty.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna get to shouting on it.
Okay.
Cause I'm over here hanging on. I'm over here hanging on. I'm hanging on.
You got baby steps. You got people who are young in the word, but learn the word for yourself. Read it for yourself.
And let me tell you something. Step outside of the King James Version. That is not an official version. There are several different versions. In fact, if you want to look at it, the Bible goes way back. It was written in Hebrew and in Greek. So Hebrew was, the first writings of the Bible. And that's what we call the Old Testament. So unless you know Hebrew or unless you know Greek, all you can do is pray that the interpretations that they have in there are actually true. And I'm gonna step off my soapbox. Once I say this, it has nothing. You being gay has nothing to do with Sodom and Gomorrah. Don't let them people tell you that lie. It doesn't have anything to do with that.
Tell somebody to see.
Okay. I wish I had my cup of tea right here. I sure would drink it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Debra's father is a minister, as she said, and he is a beautiful person, just a beautiful child of God. And I share books with him. Often I'll buy a book and I think, oh, he probably would like this. And if I can't get to reading it, I'll go ahead and let him read it first. One of the books he read, and I'm just going to put this plug in. I know we're supposed to be plugging our own work, but if you're not writing, you're reading. And that's just how it's a tandem. But there's an excellent book by a young man whose name I can't say right now. I think it's Robert Jones, and it's called The Prophets. And it's a thick book, but it is a deep book, and it is a wonderful read. It is about two African men, well, African American. They're slaves in antebellum times, and they met as children when one of them was brought to the plantation. They established a relationship with each other. And this book is written about slaves and all the stuff they had to deal with and have this relationship with each other. Well, her dad read this book, and he told me after he read, he said, that man can write. He said, that's a good book. So if this 80-some-year-old minister doesn't shy away from the subject of homosexuality, doesn't consider it to be relevant because Christ did not speak on it. And everything that was relevant to him, he spoke on it. So if this was not an important subject for Christ to speak on, then why are we harping on it? But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. I mean, there have been queer people forever, and we are a part of this world. We have given so much to this world. We have sacrificed. We have taught. We have loved. We have done everything that everybody else has done, plus deal with the mess.
Okay.
So, amen. Thank you, Jesus. And I'm going to let it go.
And glory to God.
That's
okay.
Right. And I'm going to wipe these tears.
And glory to God.
That's right. And we're going to be a big girl. Okay.
That's all right.
But
we cry on this show. You can cry on this show.
I love talking about Jesus, and I love reading good books, And I love sharing with people and encouraging them. I mean, the writing that I do, I stopped writing for about 4 or 5 years because I had to reconcile my homosexuality with my work because I write like I live. And when I got to a part about this character, and I'm rounding out who this character is, and this character says to me, what about God? What about God and me being gay? When your character says that to you, you have to answer. And I couldn't answer. So it was 4 or 5 years before of studying and reading and learning. And then I was able to answer that question. I wrote that character as discovering who she was. She did the same thing I did. I went to the Bible. I read it for myself. I got an understanding from God. I asked for discernment. That character did the same thing. And when she was done searching, she went on about her life. And I was able to write that story. That is Any Given Tuesday.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So I just got to say this real quick. Thank y'all for my chair.
Yes. Are you
And
enjoying it?
thank you for the macaroons. Oh, yes. I'm about to sit in it once we're done with the show.
All right.
Thank you for the macaroons. They were good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Was that? I think it was pie. Thank y'all for the pie. The pie was good.
Oh yeah.
I ate everything the next day. I ate it all for breakfast because I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait, but it was breakfast and it was good for breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh no. Could not wait. But it was so good. And thank y'all so much because y'all have been really good to me. Y'all been very good friends to me. And I must just be blunt with y'all. Because I'm very blunt with y'all anyway, and I'm gonna be blunt with my listeners and my audience. Because a lot of people does not know. It scares me when people does nice things for me. It scares me when people does nice things for me. So I don't always expect nice things from people, and I don't look for things from people because I've been in situations where I've gotten things from people out of the expectation of they're looking for something from me later, and it wasn't sincere.
Well, don't be scared. Don't be scared. We come from a family that will feed you and nurse you and love you.
Yeah.
That's how my family has always operated. That's what I grew up with, and I pray that is what I carry on.
Yes, and y'all are very genuine people. Y'all are very loving and very kind people. And
Thank you.
when I tell y'all, I have books that they've given me. I have a lot of love and a lot of energy from y'all here in my home that carries me forward. It pushes me through because it's stuff like that when you know people sincerely, genuinely, truly care about you. The things that people do for you, they're only small things, but those small things can mean a lot. And
Yes.
I'm one of those people, when someone does something for me, I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Just the things that y'all have done for me, I can't even pay y'all back 100 times the things that y'all done for me.
And
I've
you
learned from y'all. The things that I've learned, I am carrying with me for the rest of my life. Because y'all are such classic people. Y'all are very classic people, very, very authentic people. And it's hard when you come across people like that and you have to discern, are these genuine people or is this a facade? And the more that I've been getting to be around y'all are just who y'all are. And I just cannot thank y'all enough for being a part of my life because y'all are helping me become more confident. And I'm confident, but y'all are helping me be more confident because the
Right.
things that I've learned from y'all, and it's shaping me and it's molding me. It's helping me in that journey. So I cannot thank y'all enough for all of what y'all do. I cannot thank y'all enough.
Well,
I don't want to hold y'all up because I know it's getting late. But before y'all go, do y'all want to tell people where they can find your works, how they can follow y'all on social media, and everything like that before we go?
yes, like I said, you can go to www.drmddesigns, all run together.com. And we have our works on there. Mary has some of her sharing some of her stories that she's written, some of her poetry that she is doing live in front of an audience. I have some of my photography, my graphic design on there, and I actually just had kind of, I mean, it was an honor to be chosen to share some of my work with my college, and it's called Women of Darkness that Inspire. So I'm gonna put that link on there. You can check out, what I have to say and what, I'm showing to other people as well. Um, I mean, we also have our Facebook tags on there, Instagram, Twitter. So we have pretty much, all of that on there as well. So you can follow me, like I said, if you want to get a picture of the week on Instagram. So I am not a TikTok person. Don't send me nothing about no TikTok. So, everything I do pretty much just, focuses around the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I don't, do Twitter very, very often as well. So, Barnes and Noble, you can get our books there. You can get our books at Amazon, or you can contact us. We always have books, I try to keep books on hand. We will autograph. And also, if you're, local, December 4th is the Natchitoches Christmas Festival, and we will be there selling our books and selling prints. I also started selling prints of my photography, so I'm gonna have a lot of prints of Natchitoches, and around Natchitoches. So
Sunday.
Sunday we will be in Uncommon Park, and I will be sharing some poetry, and we'll be vending there as well. We'll have some books and prints for sale there too.
It's been a hoot.
Yep.
And Mary, I know that you accepted an award a couple of weeks ago for your work. Do you want to tell people about that award that you accepted?
I got a beautiful award with a golden microphone at the top. So now I can do my thing at the house all day. It was for Poet of the Year with the Poet on You Festival that's held at Bertha Harris Folk Arts, which is on Kings Highway, corner of Kings Highway and Wheelers. And I accepted that award and was just bowled over. Didn't expect it, nothing, just surprised by it. But I really appreciated being appreciated. I write because I want people to read what I've written. And, that's regardless of payment or otherwise. I write for people to read. And that just was the icing on the cake, to be honored by your fellow artists. It's cool.
And before we go,
shout out to Poetic X.
I wanna drop this wisdom. Uh,
Come on.
can you see this? Let me see here.
A closed hand.
Your ring?
It's a closed hand. And as long as you have a closed hand, can you put anything in it?
Nope.
No, you can't.
Open your hands and let God bless you to bless others.
That's right.
He said, each one reach one.
That's right.
So when you get up there, reach down and help somebody else.
Yes.
We're not on this earth to be alone. We're here to help one another. We're here to elevate one another. We're here to encourage one another. We're here to love one another. So I just want to drop that little piece there and say that, you know, as long as we have that hand open, just let it flow through, because you'll never, let me tell you something, you can't outdo God's giving, no matter how hard you try.
Woo. I was thinking it, but you said it. I was just thinking it, but you said it. You can't beat God at giving. You can't beat him.
No, you can't. No. No, you can't.
Well,
Yes,
again, I have to thank y'all so much for taking out your
Thank
time.
you.
And I know that it's late. So again, I don't want to run y'all, but I know that it's late. And I thank y'all so much for taking out your time this evening, just for being with me, you guys. I love you guys so much. And then we're gonna be in touch, because we got another show that we gotta get ready for. So we're gonna be getting geared up for that. And
yeah.
I thank y'all so much for everything. My phone is on 5% and it's about to die, so I gotta go.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all be good.
Love you.
All right. I love y'all guys too. Bye. Okay, my phone is about to die. So after every show, as I always tell y'all, remember to be great on purpose, not on accident. The future is now. Thank you to all of my viewers at home who are watching, to everyone who's got a chance to watch, to DJ, to Tiffany, to Brianna. If I missed anyone, God bless y'all. God keep y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching tonight. Until the next episode of A Little Tea Time, this is Jared, aka HRUSD, your favorite published author. Y'all have a great night and be well. Continue to stay blessed.
Welcome to a little tea time.
Y'all ready?
Welcome to a little tea time.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to a little tea time.
Who listening?
Welcome to a little tea time.
All right, Mom.
Welcome to a
Love you.
welcome to a little, welcome to a little, welcome to a little, welcome to a little tea time. Welcome to a little tea time.
Peace out. Peace out.